Hi everyone, it's Danny. Welcome back to another layout for the Cocoa Vanilla Studio design team. This is going to be my final Christmas layout for the year, until the end of the year, obviously. But today I'm going to be documenting Christmas morning 2019, I think. So I have 3 photos here. They are 2 by 3 inches, and 2 of them are on a white border, and this third one I am backing with that cute little journal card from the Joyful collection, which is what I'm using today. Cocoa Vanilla Studio Joyful. Still lots of this left, and I really wanted to get this page done. So I'm starting with that background paper that has the Christmas trees all over it. I have quite a few of the tree ephemera, and I want to do kind of a tree-themed page. So I thought this background paper was perfect. I'm just adding a layer of white acrylic paint first to tone down that background. So I wanted to create kind of a cluster of trees. So what I have here is 3 of the green papers from the A4 paper stack, and I have just folded those in half, and then I'm tracing on the outside a kind of half tree shape. So then I can cut that shape out. And when I open up that rectangle, they will be the same on both sides. So it makes it an easy way to do it. And then once I have finished with these, I'm actually going to do a line of machine stitching down that fold anyway. So the fold doesn't take away from anything. If anything, it just adds extra dimension because the edges of the tree will sit up off the page. So I'm doing a few different sizes, a couple of different shapes. So this one I'm going to do a slightly different shape. And you can see I'm just freehanding with my pencil and just using my big scissors to cut them out. Don't need any fancy cutting machines, dies, digital cutting machines or anything like that. You can just do this by hand. It's really easy. And I think it looks really effective. So that is roughly how I think they're going to go at the moment. I'm just getting an idea of where I want to put everything on my page because I am going to come in with a bit more media and some machine stitching, like I said. So just arranging those little trees. I've got 2 of the ephemera die cuts, and then 1 piece is a chipboard piece. So here I'm coming in with my inks. I've got the Distress Oxide in Rustic Wilderness. I'm just smushing that down and adding a little bit of water to create the texture for splatters. And I love this color for Christmas. It's my favorite Christmas green. I just love it so much. It's a beautiful color. And just going all the way around the edge of that white paint that I already put down earlier, which is dried by now. And then I pulled out a couple of just regular distress inks because I don't have the right color in the oxide. But I wanted to do kind of a soft red like you can see on those trees on the background. You've got to be careful with red splatters because it can look like blood. So I ended up choosing, I'm pretty sure that's fired brick. And I've added a bit of water, and then I've also added a bit of white acrylic ink to make the color a bit more opaque. The distress inks are a lot more kind of translucent, so adding that white ink makes it nice and opaque, and you can see that the color really brightened up. And now it doesn't look like blood splatters because I've also added that white ink to make it a little bit more of a slightly softer color. So once those are all done, I'm going to come in with my gold Kaiser mist, and I'm just splattering that straight out of the bottle. This is from Kaisercraft. I love it. It's nice, bright, shiny metallic gold and super easy. So that's done. That is all dried by now. I'm adding my trees back to the page, and I'm going to add them on with just a little bit of tacky glue down that fold to hold them in place, and then like I said, I am going to run them through my sewing machine. So I'm just going to use a plain white cotton thread and stitch straight down the center of that fold. So just getting an idea of where I want these to go. Just a little bit of glue. So I'm not adding too much because it doesn't need to be a permanent adhesive. The machine stitching is going to hold them down permanently. So there you can see that. Not so visible on the one on the right, but you can see it on the other 2. So, and like I said, it's nice and permanent, so I know those aren't going anywhere now. So I put my photos back. I did pop them up on some dimensional foam, and now I'm going to pop those trees in. Just deciding where I want them, and then adhering everything down. So I am using a combination of tape and tacky glue on the backs of my photos because I have that foam there. the tacky glue doesn't hold straight away on foam. It takes quite a bit of time to dry, so I am using the tape just to hold it there while the glue dries. But I wouldn't use tape on its own just because it doesn't tend to hold onto foam very long or very well for too long. So adding those there, I'm just slightly overlapping them with each other and just staggering the heights a little bit, just to add a little bit of interest so it doesn't all look the same. Now, I did muck around with this chipboard piece quite a bit trying to fit it in between those two trees, and it doesn't help that I have sewed them down now, so I'm having trouble kind of moving them out of the way. But I do just snip off one of the little corners that's underneath that tree there, and it sits in there a lot nicer now. And then now you get to watch me have a lot of fun trying to squeeze that back in now that I've taken off the backing, because it just wanted to stick straight down before I'd got it into place. But I get there in the end, and the gold foiling on those chipboard pieces is so beautiful. It was definitely worth it. Now, because I have popped my photos up on foam, I need to add a bit of foam to this piece as well, because I do want it to overlap that photo slightly, just like that. And then this one just gets glued straight down. And now I get to add some little decorations. So I wanted to add some little puffy sticker gifts under this tree. I'm also going to add another one to this tree. Why not? Because I can. A couple of candy canes will go on this tree. And I did add that little envelope as well in the end. And two of the leaves I'm just going to have come off that line of machine stitching there. And now I'm going to pull out the puffy titles. I just want some of the stars off this sheet to add to this tree. The pattern is a little bit plain, so I just wanted to jazz the tree up. I'm adding a little chipboard star off the chipboard stickers to the top of this tree, and then I'm going to add my title. So while I've got the chipboard stickers out, I knew I wanted to use this big chipboard Christmas. It's nice and bright and shiny gold foil, really, really pretty. I've added a bunch of glue before I realized that I actually wanted to overlap it over my photo slightly, so that means I have to pop it up on foam because my photos are popped up on foam. So I'll just quickly go ahead and add that on. Just cutting that frame up into strips so it fits along the back there. I didn't cover the whole thing, just enough that it was supported. So there you go, just overlapping a little bit. And then I'll finish out the title with these craft alpha stickers that are out of my stash. Just wanted something kind of nice and neutral that would go nicely with this. So just popping in morning. So this was Christmas morning, kids opening their gifts. And then I'll add a few of these tiny word stickers off the accessory sticker sheet. So just finishing off my title with that, and then I'll tuck in a couple more because you can't just have one of these on the page. I have to add a few. I love that gold foiling. It's so pretty. And the very last thing I'm going to do is add 3 of the little wood buttons. I'm going to add 2 of them on the tops of the trees that don't have anything there yet. And then I am going to just move some of those puffy gifts out of the way and add the little gift button to the bottom of that Christmas tree. And that is my layout finished. I really hope you enjoyed watching. You can go and read all about it on the blog. The link is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.